a really pivotal step to making sure that your appointment is actually there when you show up is call the morning of, all right? Now, most companies have automations, right? Where they're getting all sorts of appointment confirmations and whatnot. We do as well, but nothing beats a human interaction. I can't tell you how many texts and whatnot I get per day with different deals and different offers and whatever else. And it's just like, they all fall to the wayside. Like, I get a ton of them. I couldn't tell you, a True Classic is the only, like the t-shirts are the only name that I ever remember of the probably 15 I get every single day. It's ridiculous. I get a million of these texts and I just disregard them. Well, our customers do the same thing. So if you are only relying on the automations, you are shooting yourself in the foot, and you will have a much lower actual show rate for your customers being there. Now, we all know that it's important to have both decision makers, right, present. Now, sometimes there are such a thing as, pardon my chicken scratch, that says makers, not makos, but there are times when there's only one decision maker, right? A single person, a widow, whatever. But most of the time, there's two decision makers there. And we can't always rely on our office personnel to ensure that that happens. Now, our office personnel does the best they can, but sometimes customers lie. And I personally, yes, I can sell a one-leg lead every now and then, but I really want both decision makers there. So I'm gonna call the morning of, say, hey, John, just making sure, hey, John, it's Colin with One Way Exteriors. We've got an appointment today at 2. Just making sure that's still good with you. Yeah, absolutely, Colin. We'll see you then. Cool. All right, and Joni's, or whatever, I guess, Joanne's gonna be joining us too, right? You know what? She was, but she, has a hair appointment now. I was like, ooh, hair appointment, bummer. Okay, well, should we probably reschedule then? And he's gonna say something along the lines, oh, no, I got it. Like, I can tell her everything we go over. And it's like, look, hey, John, I get it. But like, I went through 3 like intense 40-hour weeks of training to learn everything I'm gonna try and share with you in an hour and a half today. And like, it's just not very fair of me to put that burden on you. So like, let's just reschedule when I can go over it all with both of you, so that you don't have to spend your evening trying to reiterate everything that I'm saying, because like, the truth of the matter is, it's a lot, and I can promise you might forget some things, and it'll be tougher for you. Like, when I leave there, my goal is that you want to do business with me, but then I'm like forcing you to have to sell your wife on why she wants to do business with somebody she's never met before. Does that make sense to you, John? And he's gonna say like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Or he'll say, yep, Joanne's gonna be there, all is well. Okay, cool, perfect. Well, just a reminder, this is a roofing appointment. These generally take like an hour and a half. So just make sure you guys have enough time set aside for that. And if we get chit-chatting too much, it could go a little bit longer than that. So I just wanna really set the stage for you, if you will. And just something else to remember, like, I'm a project consultant. I'm not a salesperson. I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna do everything I can to get you the best roof for the budget that you enjoy and have for this project. Is that fair? Yep, sounds good, Colin. Cool. All right, well, hey, I'll see you at 2 o'clock today. Thanks again, John. I'll call you when I'm on my way, about 30 minutes out or so. Okay, cool. Thanks, Colin. Boom. That's it. All right, that's how this conversation goes. And 9 out of 10 times, I actually get both decision makers there. If I show up and Joanne's actually not there, I'm like, dude, John, like, what the heck, man? You told me she was gonna be here. He's like, yeah, I know, but she's like, one of her girlfriends called and they want to go to the beach. And you try telling a girl she can't go to the beach. I get it, man, but like, you could have called me. And like, how about this? I'm just gonna do my inspection, so then the next time we get together, it can be a shorter appointment. So I'm already here. I'm gonna take my measurements, do my inspection, all that fun stuff, but then next time I need you and Joanne here, because we're gonna cover so much stuff, and there's all sorts of different colors and different styles and different warranties that I think it makes sense that both of you get the full spiel on it, and you guys get to collectively pick what goes on your house. Okay, cool. Now, I'm prepping you all for like the bad of what can happen, but truthfully, most of the time, everything goes as planned. We call the morning of, they say, yep, we're both gonna be there. Cool, we show up, everybody's there. If you reference like my last video, the very first thing I do is I call somebody as soon as they put on my schedule. So this morning of, that might have been scheduled like 2 weeks prior or 3 days prior, or the day prior, whatever. But I call them immediately. And the reason I do that is to stop the building of the resistance wall, is what I call it. If you've ever shown up to an appointment and you just feel like they're stone-faced, like they're not laughing at your jokes, they don't care, they're just like blah, right? That's the resistance wall. People build this up because they're tired of being sold. Everybody wants to buy, but nobody wants to be sold. And so they build this up because they think, oh, I got a sales rep coming to my house. I gotta have this resistance wall built so that they can't penetrate and make me sign something I don't want to sign today. All right? I'm supposed to get 3 estimates because that's what Grandpa always told me to do, and that's how that goes, or whatever. We gotta stop that resistance wall. So I do that call the day it's scheduled, and then this morning of, they start thinking about it again, right? And they start building that wall. So maybe the first call, you pause that wall getting built for 2 weeks. But now that it's the morning of, you're like, oh crud, I got this today too. I better start building this wall hard. And we all know, because most humans are procrastinators, we work a lot harder on a deadline. So they're slinging these bricks and building this wall super, super fast. And when you call at 8:30 in the morning, they're like, crap, I just finished my coffee. I only got 6 bricks down, right? And you can easily step over that wall now, and you can get with them, and everything is good. So you doing this call is gonna pause that resistance wall again. Right? And that is the game. We want to show up and be able to meet people and serve people as they actually are, not as the stone wall that they put up sometimes. So hopefully realizing that automations don't work as well as a personal touch, and there are certain things that we can touch on here. So both decision makers, time, on site. Let me clarify that. If we confirm that those 2 things are there, we will stop the resistance wall, all right? And that is the goal of making these calls and setting the stage for you to sign some deals and authorize some agreements while you are on site. Hopefully this was super beneficial for you guys. Get out there and win bigly so that you can give bigly. See y'all.